Oh, I've got the same jumper on.
Welcome back to another episode.
So we were watching Banshees of Inisherin. Did you not see it?
No.
Oh, okay, shit. Right, well that's a good start. And I've mentioned this in another video that we've done that may or may not be out by this point, but that film, the cinematography of it is just incredible. And in my quest to shoot a bit more wide angle images, it's really great inspiration for doing that. So how they frame people in the shot and how they get these close-ups but with this sprawling countryside in the background, all this type of stuff is a very inspirational film. It's a brilliant film. You can watch it on Disney Plus, and it's just a real good source of inspiration for a certain type of photography. So
but it got us thinking, didn't it?
It got us thinking about there's a lot of films that you can take inspiration from for your photography. So,
what are they?
What
are these movies?
So we just started writing a little list down of things that we really like for taking inspiration. The sort of films that we watch and go, I want to go and take some pictures.
Yeah.
Because the things that often inspire me,
not necessarily copying the movie in any way, but something you watch and you just go, right, I am pumped.
You get the itch.
You get the itch to pick up your camera, pick up your video camera, whatever it might be, go outside and just enjoy photographing. Not for a project, not necessarily for any reason. Do you know what I mean? Or whether there is a reason or not, it just motivates you to get off your ass and watch the movie, stop watching the movie and go.
Yeah, because a lot of the time I'll watch if I want to be inspired to go and take some pictures, I will watch our analog overlords, Grainy Days. I'll pick any video, watch that, feel inspired to go.
So mine would be Sophia Carey, just because she's always talking about different things, and then I feel like whatever she, I don't know. There's so many. I watch praise videos. I look at...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It depends what I'm in the mood for. Yeah. But I know what you mean. Outside of this YouTube creative bubble, what have you sat down to watch with your family or on your own or whatever, and you've gone, I'm motivated to go and shoot now.
Yeah. So you're watching this, if you're watching it on YouTube, or you're listening to this, but if you're not watching this, we're going to maybe go and watch it on YouTube, because we're going to flash up some stills just whilst we're chatting. But we're not going to talk about the films for ages, but they're more like recommendations on what you should go and watch to appreciate fantastic cinematography. And tell us, you say that, Vic, you're better at doing this. Tell us what
your favourite movies are. Tell us the movies that motivate you and drop it in the comments. You know what to do. Thank you very much.
So number one is A Little Mermaid, and that's...
No, I said Paris, Texas, which you originally told me to watch now, however many years ago. And I finally got my missus to watch it away on a recent trip. Well, we've actually got about half an hour left. The plane landed, so we had to put the tablet away. But every time I watch it, I never get bored of it. I only ever see more than I did on my previous watch through of it. And I appreciate the beauty of the 35mm film that it was shot on. And it was the first thing I thought of when we were having this conversation.
Yeah, it's an incredible film. It's one of my favourites. I do have, I think I've said this before, actual lists of top 5, 10, whatever stuff on my phone. And I'd say it sort of floats. It's always around my top 5, maybe top 3, depending if I'm feeling really depressed or not. It's quite a sad film, but it's a brilliant...
I actually noticed a couple of movie mistakes in it this time.
Right.
But I didn't mind it.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you what they are?
Yeah.
There's the scene where he's jumping out the truck. There's a scene where the main character is jumping out of his truck and you see his microphone.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay.
Which is just little thing. And then I geeked out and went down a bit of a spiral and researched some things like where the two main characters are driving across Texas. They stop off at a gas station or something, and there's these dinosaurs on the side of the road. But if you actually put that on the location of where they are, it's 50, 60 miles west of that.
Right.
But that's fine. I don't care. But the actual movie itself is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it inspires me to pick up my camera and go out and shoot. Definitely 35mm for sure.
Yeah. So that's like Wim Wenders or Wim Wenders, depending on how you want to pronounce that. But yeah, he's an incredible filmmaker.
Kurt Cobain's favourite movie as well. Do you know that?
Is it? I feel like I should know that.
Yeah, I feel like you've been a Nirvana fan. Or Kurt Cobain once said in an interview that it was one of his favourite movies of all time.
Okay, well there you go. Didn't know that.
Thanks, IMDb.
What else on the list? Blade Runner. I mean, do we need to talk about that? What are you talking about? The original 2049?
I'm actually talking about 2049. The only reason I say that because it looks visually fantastic. Now, it doesn't want to make me go out and shoot. I said to you, it doesn't want to make me go out and shoot loads of Cinestill 800T. It doesn't want me to go into space or anything like that. But I watch it and I'm motivated.
Yeah,
it makes me want to create more than ever. Do you know what I mean? Like I watch it and I go, that is so good that I want to be that creative.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's all these wide cinematic shots and
it's great. I love 2049. I think maybe because I saw it in the cinema when it came out, whereas I don't think I've ever seen the original in the cinema. And
how old are you when the original came out?
It came out. I think it came out the year I was born.
Oh, really?
1982.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know. It's around then, anyway. Yeah, but I've seen my top favourite two films of all time are 2001 and The Shining. But I've seen both of them in the cinema, and they came out before I was born.
Yeah, to be fair, the next film that we've got on the list, which is Stand By Me, one of my favourite films of all time, I watched that in the cinema when it did a kind of like re-release for a few days or whatever.
Is that, who made that? Well, it's a, what's his name book, isn't it? Stephen King book.
Yes, Stephen King book. Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a good film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. And I don't know, like, I remember, like, I know it sounds stupid, but I remember, like, my mum, when I was growing up, she always liked River Phoenix, and I think that was a film that she told me to watch because River Phoenix was in it. And but again, it's a beautifully shot movie, great story, and kind of reminds me of being a kid and going out with mates and stuff like that. But again, I watch it and I never think it ages. I only think it gets better with time. And again, it motivates me to go out and be creative.
In it. What about next on the list, Paris 13th District? So I think we should do an entire episode talking about Celine Sciamma, who is...
You've not got your t-shirt on?
I haven't got my t-shirt on, but I'll wear it for that episode. But as I've said before, she's objectively the greatest living filmmaker at the moment. She is incredible. And like everything she's written and everything she's directed, and I love her, absolutely love it. But this film in particular, it's black and white, and it just looks fantastic. I'm sure we've mentioned it on a podcast once before.
I think you recommended to me, and I'll be honest, I still haven't watched it.
I think you watched it.
No, I watched.
You watched something else.
Yeah, but I watched the trailers to this, so I know kind of what it's about.
It's a really good film to watch with your mum or your grandma.
I know. Did I watch this? Is it about the 4 different people that kind of loosely know each other?
Yeah.
I have watched this. Sex with... Yeah. Yes, amazing film. I was thinking you were talking about Portrait of a Lady on Fire,
which you've not watched yet.
I have watched, but I was thinking both set in.
So Paris 13th District.
Yes. Amazing movie.
Lots of sex, lots of. It's just brilliantly acted and brilliantly shot, and I mean, it's just, we don't need to dwell on it for too long. It's a great film to go and watch, be inspired by. Also, what we just mentioned, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Holy shit! What a brilliant film! One of the best films in the last 10 years, I'd say. Or even longer, maybe. I don't know. It's incredible, and it's so sad, and it's so lovely, and shit, it just looks fucking brilliant.
Well, I think I took a photo of my TV maybe 5 or 6 times to keep sending you photos of like, I want to take a photo like that. I want to take a photo like that. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of attitude towards it. So yeah, without a doubt, that'll be on the list.
Yeah. It's like just like a shot of her elbow and stuff like that, and it's like, Christ, how this is so brilliantly framed.
See, for me, the one shot that I like the most in terms of like actual video footage was where they were both standing. There's two main actors, and they're stood side by side, but the camera's coming in from the side of one person. So if it's angled right, you won't see the other person stood next to them, and that's exactly what they're doing. They keep turning to look at each other, characters, but you kind of don't know they're there, and then they finally meet at the same time. But again, I just watched that. I was like, that's so clever. I liked it. It was long shots that kind of didn't explain too much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the beauty of watching it. You're like, oh, that scene definitely would have ended if I filmed that a minute ago, but they've continued it out, and it is actually nice.
Yeah. I want to leave Take Me Somewhere Else till the end, because it's like, right, like lesser known films.
Do the Wire now. Let's move on to
Well, let's say After Sun. So Paul Mescal, Frankie Oreo. Is that how you pronounce the name? Frankie Corio. Okay, Paul Mescal.
Worse than Simone and Bumba.
Yeah. Paul Mescal, Frankie Corio, Charlotte Wells' first feature-length film that she's directed. It's just like, say this a lot. It's incredibly beautiful. It's quite sad. It looks stunning, and the framing of it, there's shots where they're like just focused on like a fork and the side of his arm on a table, or just these really strange ways that they've like blocked off shots, and it's so effective, and it just looks beautiful, and it makes you think, yeah, I want to go out and take some photos. I don't know why it particularly makes me want to take photos on film. Maybe that it's set in the late 90s, so like maybe that's like quite fitting for.
But it would be different for any person, right? So I might like that movie and go, that motivates me to go out and actually record stuff. Where for you, it's like, oh, I want to pick up a 35mm camera. But that's the beauty of movies, right? That they can make any person feel a slightly different way, or motivated in a different way.
Yeah. I'm going to mention Call Me By Your Name, a film from however many years ago.
I know nothing about this movie now.
Okay, so that film is Armie Hammer, who's like cancelled, but and Timothy Chalamet, and it's kind of set in the 80s, and it's about their relationship and how that develops, and it's very interesting. But yeah, man, it's just so beautifully shot. The book is a really good book.
How old is it?
5 years.
Oh, okay, not that old. Okay.
Yeah, roughly something like that.
But the book's a lot older.
The book is probably a few years older than that, but it's not like super.
Oh, it's not like a 50-year-old book.
No. And it's just. I mean, if you've not seen it, it's just go and watch it. And read. Like the book spans like an entire lifetime, and the film is like more of a section of the book, really. But it's just brilliant. Obviously, I'm going to put up some stills from it and stuff. But if you're not squeamish about a boy or a young man fucking a peach, then I'd say like go and watch that film.
Sold.
Okay, so like very quickly, want to mention a TV program, The Wire. I think everyone knows about The Wire.
Everyone knows about it, but not everyone's seen it.
In my sort of hyperbolic way, I'm going to say like it's objectively the greatest TV program ever made. It is brilliant.
Even better than The Office.
Yes, it's so good. Everyone says The Sopranos or fucking Game of Thrones, which can fuck off, but The Wire it's the best program ever made. And it looks incredible. There are so many stills from that you could look at and just be like, shit.
How many seasons are there of it?
5. It doesn't go on for too long. You could watch it. I've watched it so many times. It's brilliant. But inspiration for photography, it's like...
It's in there.
We're just repeating ourselves. It's just brilliant. Just go and watch an episode of it. You won't fucking understand what's going on. You have to like get into the world of it. It's quite throws you in at the deep end and explains nothing. So it's quite a hard program to get into, but my word, once you get into it...
It's quite interesting though, because I've never seen that and I've never kind of been inspired to watch it, but now I'm going to be watching it from this kind of aspect, rather than just going, oh, okay, I trust that someone said it's good, but now I'm going to be looking out for these shots that look nice and act nice. So there are TV shows that inspire us as well. There's one that we didn't put on the list. There's actually 2. I was going to say The Shining, just because...
We mentioned that a minute ago, didn't we?
What, The Shining?
I said it's my second favourite film of all time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I switched off.
So much
And then, without a doubt, one that we forgot about that we've both watched in recent times, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Is that does that give you inspiration to go and take photos? Or is it? I mean, it's brilliantly shot and it looks incredible.
It inspires me to be creative again. I know I've said that already, but in terms of a movie, maybe I'm just bragging about the movie, because if you haven't seen it, just go and watch it.
Seen that film? Come on.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that I feel like it's the movie that I've watched in recent times that I'm telling everyone to watch.
It's been Oscar nominated.
Oh yeah, I don't blame it.
But still, yeah.
Just put up a poster on the screen. Just go watch it. I think it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just go watch it. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Amazing performances.
Yeah.
I mean, cinematically, it looks incredible. They've successfully put their own verse of what's it called, the multiverse. It's like a new way of looking at the multiverse, but it's just incredible.
Imagine that Doctor Strange movie, but like actually good.
Yeah.
And Christ, it's so good.
Yeah.
There's a couple of like films that like probably, unless you're very cool like me, you'll never have heard of. But there's a film called Piggy, Carlotta Pareda. Okay, that's the director. And there's not. It's like a slasher movie, but there's so much more than that. Just go and watch it and be inspired. And then a film called Take Me Somewhere Nice that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of the director. Or shall I attempt to say the name of the director? Take Me Somewhere Nice from 2019. Ina Sendijarovic.
That's better than what I would have pronounced it.
Yeah. So anyway, it's about a girl who travels to Bosnia, and it's this like beautiful pastel coloured. Just every shot you could take every single shot you could save that as an image, as a piece of inspiration. It is just incredible.
You said it was a new movie, an old movie?
2019.
Okay, yeah, relatively.
Take Me Somewhere Nice. Also the name of a Mogwai song. But
so there you go.
Point. How long have we got left?
20 seconds.
Oh, we've got 20 seconds left before the SD card gets filled up. So what do you want to say?
That's it. We're done. This episode's done. Drop a comment with your movie inspirations that get you going.
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
Yeah, that's what we want to know. And
what more
register to the front mailing list.